I got an old Silvertone guitar that was loaded with critters and had all sorts of problems. I thought it would be a perfect project to do a restoration on, and I didn't think it would be that difficult. In the previous videos in this series, I rebuilt that broken bridge, removed and reset the neck, but with a miscalculation I had a whole bunch more work added to my plate. Oh well. That's how this stuff goes sometimes. But in this video, I'm going to do a little fretwork, glue the bridge in place, and do the final touches before I string it up and play it. So stick with me in the final episode of this restoration series of an old Silvertone 1960s acoustic guitar. Stick around. The bridge, because it has a fixed saddle, is not adjustable. It's not allowing me to get the angle right. So my plan is to shim the bridge and compensate for a little change of plans. I'm going to take this bridge that has a fixed saddle and I'm going to route it for a bone saddle I'm going to install in there. That's going to give me the adjustability to compensate between the bass and the treble without having to shim the underside of this bridge. First thing I have to do is remove this original saddle. Pops right out. And then I've got my routing jig here. Just put a little double face tape to hold this bridge down. Here I've got my Dremel and I've got a pointed tip bit that I'm gonna use to line up with this original saddle slot. Okay, now I can see I've got it lined up directly with that slot. I'm gonna make about 3 passes with a 3/32 end mill, and that'll get me to the right depth. Now it's time to go ahead and mount this bridge. You can see I have 2 pieces of tape mounted with a pencil mark indicating the placement of the saddle slot. And I'm just going to score around the bridge just through the finish so I can go ahead and remove the finish under the bridge so I get a proper glue joint. Sorry I got carried away with that one. I'll let this dry overnight and I'll bring you back. Okay. Whew. Ooh. Now I see why people don't want to put those screws back on. Here I'm just going to apply a little bit of this McGuire's polish to the guitar. See how this comes out. Here's a before shot. Look at that shot. I already went and leveled and crowned these frets. Now I'm just going with some polishing pads, starting off with 400 grit, moving on to 600, then 1000, 2000, and finishing it off with 3000. Now I've got this saddle fitted pretty tight. Got a nice snug fit in here. And I want to match the radius of the fretboard. This is pretty flat. I put my biggest gauge on there, 20 inches, and it's still got some air under it. So it doesn't need much of a radius on here. Probably just keep it flat. Maybe add a little bit of a radius, but I do want to have it compensated from the bass to the treble side. So let me go ahead and mark the sides of this. Let me bring down the height a little bit and put a little bit of a radius on here and then string it up. So here the saddle is fitted, slightly proud, fairly proud actually. So I'm gonna go ahead, I gotta get the tuners on here, get the tuners mounted, and then I can get some strings going here and see where we are action-wise. Okay, I just got it strung up, just got it tuned to pitch. The intonation is pretty good. A couple of spots are, I think the G and the D are a little bit sharp. But here's the new bridge, the new saddle, and here it is. It's completed. Now I'm gonna play it and see how it sounds. I haven't played it yet. So what do you think? You like it? Yeah?